Okay, in this video we're going to talk about dissolving feature classes, and in this case we're working with vector data, and what we are interested in doing here is actually simplifying a group of polygons into a single polygon. The idea here is that sometimes we have a fairly complex feature and what we really only want is its outline. And rather than digitizing it or copying its perimeter, what we're going to simply do is dissolve it based either on an attribute or simply based on a simple dissolve. In this case, we're going to be doing simple dissolves. So anytime you want to do this, the easy thing to do is to actually open up the search options, and you can see the search option right here. It has a little world. I have mine docked here, so I'm going to click on that. And I actually already have dissolve typed in, but I've just typed dissolve, and you'll notice that dissolve appears right here under data management. Now, I could just click on it here, and I'll do that, and it will open up the tool. It'll take just a minute. There it is. And the tool shows you what the results of the process would be. But what I also want to show you is that anytime you find a tool, you'll notice that you can also, if you hover over the lower, you will see the path in your toolbox. And so in this case, again, if I hover over that, we'll see that this is in the System Toolbox's Data Management Generalization. So now I'm going to click on my toolbox, and if I were to look at it then, and we were to open up again, it's a data management. Kind of got ahead of myself there. Data management, and then we had generalization, and you'll notice there's dissolve. And in fact, by clicking on that, I'll get the same tool. So that's what we're going to do now. And in this case, what I'm going to do, I want to take the Slippery Rock Creek, those two polygons, and I want to simply get their boundary. So I'm going to click on that, select it, and again, wait for the tool to process. Takes a moment here. And then what we're going to do is, in this case, our output feature, we're going to set it to go to my working folder, and that will be on my desktop under Not Terribly Creative Dissolve. We're going to be going into our working database here. But this is going to be SR Creek, and I'm going to put an underscore DIS for dissolve. Now, if I wanted to dissolve multiple features into different categories, I could in fact select a dissolve field that had those values in it. I'm not going to do that, and if I leave it blank, you'll notice that it says optional. Optional means I don't have to do anything there. I'm also not going to calculate any statistics fields. You'll notice that what I could have done is, if I put in here, for example, the area, I could have actually determined the average area. You'll notice, so I'm going to do, and then we're going to get rid of it. If I put an area, and then I took that and I said I wanted the mean, I could in fact calculate that. Now, I'm not going to do that because I don't really want any of these attribute calculations to occur. I'm going to do that after the fact. I also don't want a multi-part feature. We would use that if we had polygons that were disjointed. In other words, they were in different areas, but we wanted them to dissolve and be treated as a multi-part feature. And again, we don't have that in this case. We're not going to do it. I'm simply going to click OK, leaving everything blank. And you'll notice down at the bottom, tool is running. You can see the process down at the bottom. And there it is. We get a correct answer. It's doing it. And you'll notice now that the result that popped up, the line between the two has been eliminated. Now I'm going to do the next one, similar process for the overall study. And again, we'll use the same tool. Our input feature, we have the overall study. Again, we're going to put it into the overall study underscore DIS, and we'll click Save. Again, I don't really need any of these statistics in here, and so we're not going to have a multi-part feature. Leave it alone, and now I'm going to simply click OK. Again, the process will be running. Now what we've essentially done is created our two polygons that will be used for future analysis. And so again, if I kind of bring this one up, you can see now we have our two generalized polygon features. Okay, that's the basic concepts of dissolved. Remember that we could have dissolved the entire state based on a case field. And that's really a very efficient tool to simplify your data but retain certain characteristics. Again, later in the class, we'll look at that process. Again, see you next time.